All right, hello everybody. For all of you who are not at school this week, I wanted to do just a quick recap of the study guide because it's going to be a pretty important and big one. So if you have any questions, you can watch this video and hopefully that helps you figure it out. If not, you can always text me, contact me, and I'll be happy to get back to you. And we will also see each other this week in a couple of Zooms. So let's start with English this week. The English this week is pretty important. You have quite a bit to do, so pace yourself throughout the week. You're going to start with, like last week, a little bit of grammar. You might be asking yourself, why am I throwing this grammar at you now at the end of the year? Because we're going to pretend that there is still a final exam. And in the final exam, you would be writing a story. So that's what we're doing this week. We're starting that story writing. Like I said, you started the plan last week with the Giver chapter. This week we're going to write the rough draft. So the first step on the study guide is the grammar, and it's an activity about point of view. One of the biggest weaknesses in grade 6 is trying to choose the proper point of view for your story. Do you write from the first person perspective or the third person perspective? Both can be right, but you have to kind of understand how to do one or the other or both properly. So start by watching the video that I put on Moodle that explains it pretty well. And then there's an activity package that you can do that I think will help you understand the difference and when it's best to use one or the other. So it's important to do this before writing your rough copy. Once you have done this, then you can go ahead and write your rough copy. So use your green book in the section of writing about reading and go for it. Write your rough copy. You're going to try and aim between 450 to 750 words. If you have a story that you're super happy with, that's 400 words, it's okay. Same thing if it's up to like 800, but it really shouldn't be like 2,000 words. That would be too much. So have fun and write just your rough copy, okay? And don't do the editing yet because you're going to edit with one of your friends. I'm going to try and set up a chat with somebody in class so that you can have the chance to edit your work in the coming weeks with somebody from class. So that we'll do electronically. That'll be fun too. You'll get a chance to work and see a friend. You also have some home reading that you started last week. There's a forum chat on Moodle that I want you to tell me the name of the book, the name of the author, and like a sentence or two to describe what it's about. If you haven't started reading it yet, just look on the back and give me a short description. It really doesn't have to be long. Those are the main things to do in English this week. We have a Zoom class. The English Zoom class will be on Friday, May 22nd. And in math, this week, it's kind of a different week again. So this is a recap week. You're going to be doing the review on page 72 to 81. It's that big, almost 10 pages of review. So it's, again, a big week in math. Make sure that you've completed all the pages from chapter 5 before you start the review, and that you've done your Pathblazer. Now, if you've fallen behind and you have some chapters like some lessons to catch up on, or some things that you don't understand, or you want to catch up in Pathblazer this week, that's okay. Most people will be starting the review this week. But if you have to start it next week and use this week to catch up on your work, that's fine. It's not a race. The important thing is that you do it and you do it well, and that you understand what you're doing. So it's okay if you fall behind a little. Just use this week to catch up. We will also have a math Zoom class, and that will be on Wednesday, the 20th at 1 p.m. So if you have any questions about math, you can, use that time to ask me, and I'll be happy to help you. I really miss you guys at home. We're going to keep in touch more. Last week was a crazy week just to adapt, but this week, like I said, we have a couple of Zooms with me. You have one with Madame Laroche, and I think it'll just be more and more fun that we will integrate our online friends with our in-class friends. Like I said, next week I see you working one-on-one with some some friends in class. So it'll just be more and more new normal. I miss you all, and I can't wait to see you. Well, virtually anyways. Have a good week.